Welcome students. In this video, we are going to discuss clause and its types. So, first let us see what exactly is a clause. Clause is group of words, subject-verb combination, and it has a complete meaning by itself. So basically, a clause is a group of words that contains a verb and usually other components too. A clause may form part of a sentence or it may be a complete sentence in itself. For example, he plays cricket regularly. Let us see whether this sentence satisfies the three conditions for a sentence to be a clause. Okay, so first is group of words. So in this sentence there are group of words. Second is subject and verb combination. So in this sentence subject is he and verb is plays. So second condition also is satisfied. And third is it has a complete meaning by itself. And this sentence is a meaningful sentence. So you can say that it is a clause. Clauses can be divided into two parts. One is independent clause and the second is dependent clause. You can also call them as main clause and subordinate clause. So we are going to see individually what exactly are independent clause and dependent clause. First, let us see what is independent clause. Every sentence contains at least one main clause. A main clause or independent clause may form part of a compound sentence or a complex sentence, but it also makes sense on its own. For a group of words to be called as independent clause, it should satisfy these two conditions, that are a complete sentence by itself and doesn't need any other clause for its existence. So if these two conditions are satisfied, then you can say that those group of words are independent clause or main clause. For example, you may sit. Now this statement is a independent clause because it satisfies the two conditions, that is, it is a complete sentence by itself and it doesn't need any other clause for its existence. Dependent clause is further divided into three clauses, which are noun clause, adjective clause and adverb clause. We will discuss each of them in detail. Let us first see noun clause. A dependent clause that functions as a noun in a sentence is called noun clause. A noun clause performs same function like a noun in a sentence. A noun clause modifies a noun or a pronoun. Subordinators which introduce the clause means a noun clause starts with the following words, which are what, where, why, how, who, whom, which, whose, whether, that. Now let us see an example. I know that my efforts will not be futile. Now here the main clause is I know, and the subordinate noun clause is that my efforts will not be futile. Here the noun clause, subordinate noun clause starts with that. So we can identify that as noun clause. Next is adjective clause. A dependent clause that functions as an adjective in a sentence is called adjective clause. An adjective clause works like adjective in a sentence. The function of an adjective is to modify or describe a noun or a pronoun. Subordinators which introduce the clause are who, whom, which, whose, that, their, when, etc. Now let us see an example. He wears a shirt which looks nice. Here the clause which looks nice is an adjective clause because it modifies noun shirt in the sentence. An adjective clause always precedes the noun it modifies. The third type is adverb clause. A dependent clause that functions as an adverb in a sentence is called adverb clause. An adverb clause, like an adverb, modifies a verb, adjective clause, or other adverb clause in a sentence. Adverb clause is further divided into 7 types, which we will see one by one. First one is adverbs of time. An adverb of time states when something happens or how often. An adverb of time often starts with one of the following subordinating conjunctions, which are after, as long as soon as, before, no sooner than, since, until, when, or while. Let us see an example of adverbs of time. He reached after the sunset. Here, the main clause is he reached and the subordinate clause is after the sunset. We can see that it is subordinate adverb clause because it tells us that when he reaches, and also the conjunction after is used. Next type is adverbs of place. An adverb of place states where something happens. An adverb of place often starts with a preposition, for example, in, on, near, or one of the following subordinating conjunctions, which are anywhere, everywhere, where, or wherever. For example, you may sit wherever you are comfortable. Here, the main clause is you may sit, and the subordinate adverb clause is wherever you are comfortable, because the subordinate clause starts with wherever, which is a subordinating conjunction for adverb of place. Next is adverb of manner. An adverb of manner states how something is done. An adverb of manner often starts with one of the following subordinating conjunctions, as, like, or the way. Let us see an example. He acts like it is a joke. So here the main clause or the independent clause is he acts, and the subordinate adverb clause is like it is a joke, because the subordinate clause tells us how he acts, and also because the subordinate clause starts with conjunction like. Next is adverb of degree or comparison. An adverb of degree states to what degree something is done or offers a comparison. An adverb of degree often starts with one of the following subordinating conjunctions, which are then, as, so as, or the. For example, he is as smart as he is tall. Here, the subordinate adverb clause is as smart as he is tall. Here, we can see that there is a comparison done, and also the subordinate clause starts with the conjunction as. So it is subordinate adverb clause. Next is adverb of condition. An adverb of condition states the condition for the main idea to come into effect. An adverb of condition often starts with if or unless. Let us see the example. If it rains, we will stay at home. Now here the main clause is we will stay at home, and the subordinate clause is if it rains, and it is subordinate adverb clause because if it rains is a condition for the main idea, and also because the subordinate clause starts with if. Next is adverb of concession. An adverb of concession offers a statement which contrasts with the main idea. An adverb of concession often starts with one of the following subordinating conjunctions: though, although, while, and whereas. For example, though he is poor, he is always neatly dressed. Now here, the main clause is he is always neatly dressed, and the subordinate clause is though he is poor. Now it is subordinate adverb clause because though he is poor contradicts with the main idea that he is always neatly dressed, and also because it starts with subordinating conjunction though. Next is adverb of reason. An adverb of reason offers a reason for the main idea. An adverb of reason often starts with one of the following subordinating conjunctions: as, because, given, or since. For example, he thinks he can get anything because he is rich. Now here the main clause is he thinks he can get anything, and subordinate clause is because he is rich. Now it is subordinate adverb clause because it reasons out, it gives reason for the main idea that why he thinks that he can get anything, and also because it starts with subordinating conjunction because. Now let us do this exercise to see whether you have understood the clauses and its types. So here you have to identify the clauses. The first sentence is Ria says that she did everything possible. Here Ria says is the main clause and that she did everything possible is subordinate noun clause. Next sentence, the boy who had it all was now poor and lonely. Here, the main clause is the boy was now poor and lonely, and the subordinate clause is who had it all, and it is subordinate adjective clause. Next, I want to find the artist who created this piece of art. Here, the main clause is I want to find the artist, and who created this piece of art is subordinate adjective clause. Next sentence, the leader made a promise that he would eradicate poverty. Now in this sentence, the main clause is the leader made a promise, and the subordinate clause is that he would eradicate poverty, and it is subordinate noun clause. Next sentence, they lived where the resources are scarce. Now here the main clause is they lived, and where the resources are scarce is subordinate adverb clause. The next sentence is the teacher referred to the era when peace and prosperity were witnessed. Here the main clause is the teacher referred to the era, and when peace and prosperity were witnessed is subordinate adjective clause. Next sentence, everyone assumed that he was the culprit. Here the main clause is everyone assumed, and that he was the culprit is subordinate noun clause. Next sentence, I will wait until I get a favorable response. Here the main clause is I will wait, and until I get a favorable response is subordinate adverb clause. Next sentence, the school that I study in is known for its discipline. Here, the main clause is the school is known for its discipline, and that I study in is subordinate adjective clause. Next, I know that my efforts will pay off. Here the main clause is I know, and that my efforts will pay off is subordinate noun clause. Thank you, students. I hope you all enjoyed the video.